I want to say rest in peace to Julio Foolio. For those who don't know, he's a rapper based in Jacksonville, Florida. He was gunned down about 3-4 weeks ago. He was my favorite rapper, actually, I want to say condolences to his family. Rest in peace to him. And I want to say to the youth out there, it's time to leave the streets alone. When you're in the streets, the only thing that comes with that is death or prison, or both. You can go to prison and die in prison. Leaving your children to suffer, leaving your family to suffer, leaving your families with bills. Funerals are expensive. You get killed and now you leave your mother with this bill. Where she gonna get the money from to bury you? You get killed, you leave your father with the bills. Funerals are expensive. You know how much it costs just for a casket alone? Thousands of dollars just for the casket. Our young people need to leave the streets alone. The streets ain't working. The streets is over with. You have to find you something you love to do. Find you a trade. Or if you're not into that, go to school. Get certified in something. You gotta stop wasting our times, especially the young black youth. We gotta use our times wisely. Either get you an education or get you a trade. Start your own business. Take care of your family. Stay alive to be in your son's life. Stay alive to be in your daughter's life. If you're in your kid's life, the chances of your daughter growing up to be promiscuous are slim. If you're in your son's life, the chances of him growing up to be a killer and in the streets are slim. Our kids need us. Our sons need us. Our daughters need us. And as parents, we need the kids. It's a cycle that's going on and on and on. This is nothing new. This didn't just start within the last 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. This is something that's been going on for a very long time. It's time for us to stop now. We need to focus on the Lord. Focus on God. We need to come back to the commandments. We need to come back to reading our Bibles. We need to come back to being one in Christ. We need to come back to teaching our youth. A lot of these youth don't have mentors no more. They don't have anyone to look up to. They don't have guidance, They don't have someone to show them the way. If you know any young kids or young adults that need some guidance, try your best to guide them in the right route. Guide them to the right way. Because in these streets, nothing but diseases, death, and prison. It's time for us to reach out to our youth that we know is in the streets. Now, if you reach out to them and they're not listening, they don't want to hear you, you did your job. You can't force anyone to do anything, especially a grown man. But if you can reach out, if you could save one, that's a lot. If you could save one, you probably saved the generation after him or even after him. You don't have to save 1 million people. If you could just keep one out the streets, that's enough. We gotta do better. We gotta do better as parents, man. A lot of these young men just need a hug too. Us men, we grew up rough. We grew up, Us men, we don't even say we love you to each other. We don't hug each other. We don't love each other. It's time to start telling our youth we love them. And it's time to start showing love. Don't just say it. It's time for us to step up and be there. You know? Us as black men, including myself, and mostly everybody I know, we have a hard time saying, I love you. It's okay to say I love you to your brother. It's okay to say I love you to your father. It's okay to say I love you to a friend. Sometimes we need to hear that, you know? Us black men, we grew up rough, tough. But those days are over. We need to start making love trend again. We need to start being loving to each other. We need to start healing together. So how do we do that? It doesn't take a lot. See a brother in need, help him. If you know your brother needs some food and you got some food to spare, share with him, so he don't have to go out, rob, and potentially get himself killed or go to prison. We need love again. We need unity again. All the older guys need to grab up a young guy and see how his state of mind is, see how his mental health is, see if he's hungry, socialize with him, talk to him. Whatever you know, teach him. You know a trade, or you know whatever you know, teach them something. It could be simple as fishing, you know. They don't have to be building houses or working on a car or starting a business. Anything. Teach them a method to save money. We got to start getting involved again. Occupy our time wisely. We need to use our time wisely. Be constructive. Even if you're not starting a business, or even if you're not using a trade, you just have to be constructive. You can work out, find a job, keep your mind productive, work out, go to work, take care of your family, tell your people you love them. It's time for us to take it back to the old days, you know? It takes a village to raise a child. Well, that's it. Love your people. Tell them you love them. Until next time, T the Teacher, out.